Alright, Virgo, it's time to get your readings done. And I am right here, in my house, obviously. Oh my god, look at these cards. They do not want to cooperate. Anyways, alright, so we are doing... What is this? Okay. Oh, bless. Alright. Alright. You know what? Let me put this behind here. Yes, this is kind of a weird setup. Weird camera angle, I know, but this will have to do for now. Alright, now, we are doing the reading, career reading, actually, I should say, for Virgo. This is actually a career path spread. So let's see what the universe has for Virgo in the month of April, at least for the rest of April 2019. Now, I've never done a spread like this before, guys, so you guys are going to have to tell me how well this actually goes for you guys in the comments below. So, you know what? Alright, we are going to have to make a couple of changes here real quick. Alright. There. Alright, perfect. So, one more shuffle. Alright, so, first card. And this is for Virgos. No, yes. Alright, universe, what do you have for Virgos for the month of April, or for the rest of the month of April, and possibly going into the month of May, because we already know that events don't happen just all of a sudden, they happen over time. Alright, so this is for Virgo for the later half of April, possibly going on into May, for a career spread. And we are going to draw the first card. First card being the Knight of Cups. Now, the Knight of Cups is it's one of those cards that associates with invitations. So when it comes to the Knight of Cups, there could be an invitation, some kind of how would I say, a proposition of some sort. And so in terms of your career path, this could be a proposition. Well, in this spread, it talks about a present career path and what is truly desired. So when if this is an invitation that's coming in, this is one of those invitations that you guys are going to have to really think about. This card is connected to the to water, obviously, because of the cups, but it's also connected to Pisces since it has the fish on it. So one of the things that you're gonna have to do when you receive this invitation is to follow your heart, because I mean, obviously, this is one of those things where you're gonna have to be diplomatic about it. It could be a job for something that you might not like. It could be an invitation to somewhere. I do have to say that when it comes to your job, there could be offers that are made to you. I mean, that's another possibility. But also the Knight of Cups. It's one of those cards that you're gonna have to be that you might have to listen to your psychic messages about. You know, it's really hard to tell what kind of offer this might be until we draw some more cards. Okay, so now we have the Queen of Swords, and this one is on the actions to be taken to advance your career. So the Queen of Swords, she's a communicator. So when it comes to this invitation, you guys are gonna have to communicate about it. The communications, I am guessing, is gonna have to be either a yes or a no, obviously. If this is something that you guys like, then I would say that the communication should be yes. If it's something that you guys don't like, or a job that you guys don't want to advance in, then I would suggest that you tell them no. But when it comes to the actions to advance this, well, it's I mean, you might have to separate from your old job in order to get this new job. I don't think there's a possibility of going from one job and going into another while keeping the old job, because when it comes to the Queen of Swords, it indicates separation, and this might cause sadness for you. But since the Queen of Swords is also connected to fruitfulness, this is one of those invitations for possibly a job that's going to be fruitful for you. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Now, aspects of the career that cannot be changed is the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups, it's known for happiness. It's known for romance. But I don't think this job is going to bring anything in the romance sector. It could be possible, but we'll have to do a different spread for that, and maybe that'll be sometime in the next 2 weeks, or maybe even for a bonus for you guys for the month of May. But in talking about the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Cups is one of those cards that denotes that in terms of this new invitation, it could bring about a very, very good sense of happiness for you guys. I do feel that with this invitation, it's going to be an honest invitation. It's going to be one of those invitations that allows you to really put your heart out, or put your emotions out in a happy manner. And when it comes to the Queen of Cups, it's also one of those jobs that will allow you to really envision what your future is. And this is something that you won't be able to change. This is something that's just automatically going to come out of your heart, out of your emotions and stuff like that. So this is good. All right. When it comes to the present view, or the current career performance, you have the Page of Pentacles. Now, when it comes to the Page of Pentacles, it's all about application. It's all about study. This is actually a card of news, a card of a message coming in, and all of the pages are messages. They all bring messages of some kind. With the Page of Pentacles, this is a page that brings a message of a good message, or favorable message when it's in the upright, about finances. So when it comes to this job, or whatever this invitation is, whether it's an invitation to a job, whether it's an invitation to a party for a job, maybe a conference or something like that, I can tell you that for sure it's going to be a very lucrative decision in terms of your in terms of being able to make money and stuff like that. Now, the Page of Pentacles, it's all about management. It's basically one of those jobs that you're going to be able to remain loyal to, because it's one of those jobs that obviously is going to make you happy to have. Now, the sad part about it with the Queen of Swords is that you will have to separate from your old job in order to be able to enjoy the new job. Also, when it comes to the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles is one of those cards that denotes being able to lay down the foundation. So if you guys are trying to get this job to set up for other things, then you guys are going to be happy, because this is going to lay down the foundation that you need for whatever it is that you guys are trying to accomplish. When it comes to the Page of Pentacles, I do have to say that because he is an earth sign, or because he signifies earth, there can be growth from it. If you look at the area around him, it's green. Also, noting the fact that his tunic is green, that denotes that there's growth potential in this. That red hat sash thing that he's wearing, it's one of those things that denotes that there's going to be passion in this, and because the background to this card is gold, this is one of those things that's going to bring you knowledge in terms of how the world operates, how the material world around you operates, and it's going to be a very, very good indicator for helping you out. Also, the fifth card is personal changes to boost career performance. Now, when it comes to the Magician, just because the job is going to be a good, honest job, doesn't mean that you can't use, your own little tactics. The Magician in the reverse, it talks about, it talks about trickery, but it also talks about illusions. Now, if whatever this job is that comes in, or whatever this invitation that comes in for this new job, a promotion or something like that, it's one of those jobs that that you might have to create an illusion for. Maybe when it comes to the personal changes to boost your career performance, you're going to have to put yourself under an illusion, maybe to change your train of thought. That seems a little bit more accurate to what it feels like. I feel that you guys are going to have to put yourselves under the illusion, or put yourselves out, maybe not normally how you guys do so, to put an illusion towards other people. Now, the Magician, he's connected to the sign of Gemini, but he's more closely connected to the planet Mercury. So in whatever this new job is, it could be very well Mercury-like, and could be one of those jobs that requires a lot of a train of thought. Now, the Queen of Swords is also one of those cards that talks about the mind, or the mental realm. And you guys have 2 cups in your spread so far, so this is something that's not just mental, but it's also emotionally connected. Now, past issues that affect the present performance is not being able to get over the past. Maybe you failed in some type of performance in the past. Maybe you felt like because you failed in the past, you're going to fail in the future. You guys need to get over that train of thought. Maybe this Magician right here in the reverse is trying to get you guys to put yourselves under a different illusion, like maybe under the illusion that you guys are winning, maybe the illusion that you guys are a boss, because many a times in order for us to fall into the train of thought that we need to fall into, it's necessary for us to kind of change our mindsets in order to be able to tell ourselves, hey, this is what you need to do, and this is how you're going to accomplish it. So that's one of the things that you guys may need to do. And with the 6 of Cups in the reverse, it's telling me that you guys are going to need to forget the past, or what you failed with in the past. But remember that in forgetting what you failed in the past, you open yourself and your energies to something new. So that's one thing that you guys need to keep in mind as you're trying to forget all the failures of the past. Now, with the 4 of Pentacles, I do feel that the anticipated results, if guidance is followed, is that you guys may keep to yourself for a little bit. You guys may or may not hold whatever it is that you have as far as you goes, and you guys are going to hold on to it for a little bit, I guess, until people get to know you and stuff like that within this new sector. Now, with the appearance of the Knight of Wands, I do have to say that the Knight of Wands in itself, it's one of those cards that talks about departure. It talks about flight. It's also one of those cards that talks about immigration, not immigration but emigration, the act of moving into. So I do feel that for some of you guys, this is one of those cards that denotes that you might have to move for this invitation, or for this job invitation, or whatever invitation that's coming in. Maybe not move, but maybe travel. The Knight of not only the Knight of Wands, but all of the Knights are cards that travel too. So when it comes to this, it might seem like you might have to make a hasty move for some of you guys. For others of you guys, I do feel that this might be an adventure in and of itself. I do feel that you guys are going to be moving against other people's wishes. But overall, I think what's necessary to take from this, besides the fact that some of you guys might be having to change residence, is mostly it's finishing what you start. Anytime you run into the Knights, there's always something that you got to finish up with. And the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups, both showing up in your spread, are telling me that there's something that you're going to have to finish up with. You're going to have to close it. You're going to have to done deal it. And then once you do that, and you're able to accept this invitation, or accept the invitation and then cut off the old, it's going to allow you the ability to be able to be happy with whatever it is that you guys are going to be going into. Now, I do feel that for some of you guys might stay, but I do feel that for the majority of you guys are looking to move on with your old job and move on into a new job where you can actually put your heart into it, where you guys can express whoever it is that you are. And I do say that with the Page of Pentacles, it's one of those opportunities that you should grab with both hands, if that makes any sense. So that's one of the things to address with this. Now, I do feel that maybe sometime in the future, you guys are going to let yourselves go, and you guys are going to flip it upside down so that you guys can show your true selves. I don't know if some of you guys are going to be able to. I mean, you guys are Virgos, so you guys are always thinking. And when it comes to Virgos, you guys are more worried about the day-to-day things. You guys are more worried about how to accomplish these day-to-day things, and just working towards progress, as opposed to putting yourselves out like Aquarians. Or worrying about the finer aspects of it, like the Libras do, or even worrying about your worth and stuff like that, like Taurans do. So that's something that you guys are going to have to figure out for yourselves. So in saying that, let's go ahead and see what the relationship sector brings, because in some way, I do feel like these queens, they both might have some type of connection to somebody. Now, the fact that that the aspects of that reading, or the aspects of the third card, which was the Queen of Cups, cannot be changed. This could be referring to misbehaving cards. No, I'm just kidding. This could be referring to a possibility of a person who is in this, or who is involved in this. Could be Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, and this is an aspect that cannot be changed. It could be possible that there's somebody that's working on your behalf. not just one person, but multiple people. It could be that this invitation that you guys get is one of those invitations that comes from somebody that you know, and could be like an invitation to apply at a certain job, and it might be a job that you guys have been looking for. It could be a job that you guys may not have been looking for, but it'd be something that you guys can thoroughly enjoy while you guys go there, or while you guys attend the interviews and stuff like that in order to get the job and to learn about the job and stuff like that. So that could be a possibility. It's something to look into, guys. Alright, Virgos, let's see what's going on in your relationship sector. So that career spread, it was more of a bonus for you guys. I do feel that since I made you guys wait 2 days in order to finish up your readings, I felt that it was necessary to kind of throw that in. Also, I kind of wanted to, or I also had to do the previous spread in order to be able to, update you guys and stuff like that. So, all right, let's see what's going on in your relationship sector. All right. Okay. Alright, so one of you guys is looking at this, one of you guys is feeling like you guys are connected to intuition. The other person that you're dealing with is looking at at life like there's things that they gotta work at. With the High Priestess, I do feel that that you guys are connecting to your intuition, you guys are following it, you guys are traveling the road between light and dark, and over here on this side, they're focusing on the day-to-day things. You know, this could be you too, but let's see what the rest of the spread says. Okay, so actually, you know what, I think this side might be you. You guys are focusing on what needs to be done. How you view the relationship that you're currently in right now. You view it as happy-go-lucky. Now this might just be an act, since the Ten of Pentacles is a card that is a stage card. You got the actors that are right here in the front, right? And but is it truly happy? Because the way that you're viewing the relationship is the Ten of Wands. And the Ten of Wands denotes burdens and stresses and stuff like that. And the Ten of Wands, I believe, was in your reading earlier today as part of your thoughts. So your thoughts are connected to this relationship, obviously. Now, for some of you guys are viewing this relationship as a burden. Or maybe some of you guys are viewing parts of the relationship as a burden. And while the other person, they're connecting to their intuition, you know, they're listening to it as it's coming in. They're connecting to that pool of consciousness, and they're also standing their ground. Like they're ready to smack somebody upside the head with that stick. But maybe they're at the same time they're viewing you as getting ready to smack somebody upside the head. Because they're viewing you as the Seven of Wands, and so you're viewing them as the Ten of Cups. Okay, I see. All right, so you're viewing. Okay, this this makes so much sense. Okay, so with the Eight of Pentacles, you're looking at this. You're looking at the everyday things. You're looking at making sure that things are done, that you're putting in the work. Now, because of this, you might be cold towards this person in the relationship, and they're seeing it, and the way they view you is that you're ready to smack somebody upside the head. You ain't got time for anybody's bullshit, and so you're viewing them as, oh, they're happy and all that stuff, which is good, but it could be an act, because the way they're looking at the relationship is that they're getting over the regrets that they may have caused in the relationship, and you feel it to some extent because you feel that there's burdens in the relationship that you guys have not been able to handle, and I do feel that that this is one of those. I think this is that situation that might end, Virgo. So, okay. So, what's helping this relationship is that you guys are getting over it. You guys are getting over whatever it was that was keeping you up at night, and this could actually help. Now, whether this is going to be a separation or not, who knows? There's the Ten of Swords. But I don't think it's really an end to the situation, since it wasn't the World card. I do believe it was a stop to some. I do believe that it's going to be a stop to something, and it's probably going to be the beginning of a new section of this relationship that you guys were never previously opened up to. All right, so you guys got the Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands is one of those cards that's that denotes passion, and so when it comes to the things that are hurting this relationship, I don't think it's passion that's hurting it as much as I think that it is the hot temper, the hot temper that you might have, or the hot temper that they might have. Now, one other thing that could be harming it is the fact that one of you guys is confident, one of you guys is courageous, and the other person doesn't want that. Or maybe the other person does want that, but they don't know how to deal with it. I do feel like this hot temperedness is on your side, just simply because of the fact that you guys, that they're looking at you as the Seven of Wands, like you're standing your ground and you don't care what anybody says. And at the same time, with the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, for the energy that's influencing, I do feel that maybe you're looking at them as if they're lazy. That for others of you, I do feel like there's some type of apathy. Maybe they're viewing you as impatient, but I do feel that there's elements of laziness, elements of impatience. There's a lot of, or there's inertia somewhere within this relationship, and I do believe that inertia is connected to the Ten of Swords that was that I put in your guys' previous reading. That I do feel is going to have to come to an end. Now, whether this inertia or whether this laziness is on your side or on their side, well, that's going to be left to you guys to find out. Now, I do feel that with the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, there's some type of irresponsibility going on, guys. Like either one of you guys is being unreliable to the other, or the other guy or the other person's being unreliable to you. I do feel that with the Eight of Pentacles on your side, that you guys are doing the work, and you guys are putting in the work that you guys need to, and the laziness and the apathy and the irresponsibility is on that other side. Now, this won't apply for everybody, but I do believe that for the majority of you Virgos, in the relationship that you guys are dealing with right now, you guys are putting in the work, which is also the reason why you guys are feeling stressed. And maybe you guys are hot-tempered, maybe you guys are saying something, and that's why they're viewing you as getting ready to beat somebody up with a stick. Now, one thing that I do want to say about the Queen of Wands is that the Queen of Wands is assertive. Not only is she assertive, but she's funny. So I do feel that one of the things that's harming this relationship may be the funniness that's coming out in your guys' words, but I do feel like the fact that you're trying to be funny about it is what's pissing the other person off. Or maybe the other person and them trying to be funny about, you know, their laziness, about their irresponsibility and stuff like that. Maybe that's the reason why you have that hot temper to you. Now, I do feel like maybe it is necessary for you guys to say what's on your mind, Virgo, but But please be nice about it, you know? Be nice about it. And so, with the final card coming out, being the death card, I do feel like there is going to be a death of some type somewhere around this relationship. It could be a death to whatever it is that they're doing. If it's them being lazy, then you're going to need to put a death to them being lazy. This inertia that's going on, you're going to have to put a death to this inertia. With whatever it is that's, you know, it's all about putting an end to whatever doesn't serve you and putting and allowing a new beginning to take place. I do feel like to some extent maybe they view you as materialistic because you guys are, you know, trying to get everything done that you guys need to do, but maybe you guys need to communicate to them that you're not being materialistic so much as you guys are trying to set up your success and set up the success for the both of you guys. But I do feel that with this end card right here being the death card, that you guys might have to put an end to this situation. Maybe you guys may have to leave. The idea that you guys may have to leave is supported by the Two of Cups in the reverse. This is one of those connections that you guys initially had to enter into in order to gain strength out of it. As the reading that showed up, I believe 2 days ago, it had strength card in your draw. So I do believe that this whole situation is meant to give you guys strength of mind, strength of purpose, and strength of spirit. So, and strength of emotion as well. So, you know, do keep this in mind, and you know, as you move forward, make sure that you're working towards progress. Now, I do believe that to some extent, with them having the High Priestess, that's how they know that you guys are getting ready to whack somebody upside the head with that stick. So, and maybe they feel it. Maybe they're thinking, well, damn, maybe I could have done more. Maybe I should have done more. But they're willing to walk. They're willing to get rid of the regrets that they have to try to move this relationship forward. But you know, what's not to say that they may try to be lazy again and, you know, not really put in their part. So that's one of that's something to look out for. That's something to consider when you're dealing with whatever relationship this might be referring to. So I want to go ahead and give you guys some advice. And man, I should stop doing these readings so late at night, huh? Alright, so we are going to do your advice spread. Let's see what the universe has for advice for us in the month of 2019, or in the month of April 2019. Look at that. Okay, for Virgo, for the month of April 2019. Ooh. Got my tarot timing sheet sliding around. Alright. Now, if you guys are curious to see when this invitation is going to come in, the invitation that I was talking about earlier, please go ahead and mention that in the comments below, and I might make another video to show you guys what the timing is like. I haven't worked so much with timing, so I don't know how well I'll be with it. However, I can tell you that if you guys give me your birth info, I can look into your astrology charts and maybe even give you a time frame of when to expect this invitation, if this invitation comes in. Now, I can tell with just 2 nights in your spread that this invitation's kind of going to come in quick. I want to say that with the Cups and the Swords, this could come in, let's see, this could come in, you know, within months. I want to say, simply because it was well, I mean, it could be weeks too, but I would have to like draw some more cards and then see what the tarot timing says for them. So, and then that'll also, oh, okay. So the advice is the Four of Wands, and the Four of Wands just came kind of flew out. So, oh, well, there you go. There's another card that came out. I'm gonna go ahead and draw. Oh.